What's good, YouTube? Future 22J is back as you would another video. Now, I have to say that I probably about to give you guys a review of one of the most interesting shoes that is released in a very long time. But before we do that, I want to give you guys time to sub up to the channel, drop a like on the video, and follow me on Instagram at Future22JS. Now, one of the main reasons why I've grown to love Nike SB so much is for their storytelling, their presentations, their material choices. I honestly feel like that Nike take more time into their SB shoes than they do their regular releases. These is no exception. So, checking out the box. As you can see, we have our striped Nike SB box. Label reads Nike SB Dunk Low OG QS. The colorway is white, hyper royal, mean green. This is a size 8. So here you have the Nike SB Dunk Low Sandy Bodeckер, aka eBay. This is a shoe that was not on my radar by any means at all. I am not a fan of this design. I'm not a fan of anything about this shoe except the story. And I honestly thought that this was just a shoe that Nike was just trying to throw out there just to see what they could do in the future or whatever. And I posted a short of maybe a week or so ago. And someone commented and said that it's a story behind it. With me not having interest in the shoe, I didn't have any interest in the story behind the shoe. Once I got this shoe and I decided to do a review on it, and I've seen a couple other reviews as well on YouTube, the story behind this shoe is absolutely amazing. Sandy Bodecker is a designer that worked for Nike. Like, he's dubbed the godfather of Nike SB because of his innovation. He was the guy that kind of turned skateboard and footwear to a whole different level. His tenure was from 1972 through 2008. Of course, Nike was not the same company that they are today. They were releasing unofficial colorways of their Nike SB Dunks. When I say unofficial colorways, I mean colorways that was not 100% collaborations between Nike and whatever company that Nike based the colorway off of, such as the Heineken Dunks, the Chunky Donkey Dunks, and most recently the Bart Simpson Dunks. One of the unofficial colorways that they released was, of course, the eBay Dunk. Nike decided to release this eBay Dunk as an auction on eBay. It was only one shoe up for auction on eBay. Of course, there were others made, but the other shoes were cut up so that the winner of the eBay auction will completely have a one-of-one Nike Dunk. That Nike Dunk sold for $30,000 back in 2003. The shoe game, the resale, all of that was nowhere near back then as it was today. So for one shoe to sell for that much amount of money back in early 2000s was crazy. Now don't get me wrong, 30 racks for a pair of shoes in 2023 is still too much for a pair of shoes, but it was a one-of-one. That's the only defense that I have to say for the person who spent $30,000. If I had 30 racks to throw away, I'd definitely cop them too. The original pair of eBay Dunks are fire. Ironically, the person who paid $30,000 for that eBay Dunk was Sandy Bodecker. All the proceeds was used to build a skate park out there in Portland, Oregon. This shoe originally released on December 17th of 2022 for the retail price of $130, along with giving us the GR version of this shoe. They also released 10 exclusive cases that was auctioned on eBay as well. And inside that case, it consisted of course, these shoes or 4 SB Dunk. I'm not sure if it was a pair or if it was just one shoe, but I know that it's a full eBay Dunk in the case. It comes with a Nike eBay handsaw as well. Absolutely fire. I think one sold for $65,000, another one sold for $48,000. Man, there was a lot of money spent on those special edition cases, but all the proceeds was still given to the Sandy Bodecker Foundation. So it was all for a good cause. But yeah, bro, that's the backstory behind the Nike eBay Dunk Low. So let's get into the materials. Starting from the bottom, we have our typical Nike SB Dunk Low rubber bottom. Through pictures and all of that, it looks as if it's different pieces of rubber, just a clear one and a red one, but it's still the same rubber compound. It's just dyed in different sections. Coming up, we have yellow patent leather going around the mud guard. In the middle of the toe box, we have a clear TPU material, which is quite sturdy. On pictures, it didn't look like that it was going to be like this. It looked like it was gonna be all flimsy and soft, especially on the back heel part. You know, a little miscomfort as far as the plastic cutting you or whatever. But looking at it and feeling it, it feels quite sturdy, and it actually feels quite wearable. We have lime green patent leather going amongst the eye stays. Inside of the eye stays, we have large blue oval laces. But I don't actually think that these shoes came with spare laces, but the blue laces is a necessity anyway, because it actually completes the color blocking of the shoe, in my opinion. Into the midsection of the shoe, we have another section of clear TPU going through the middle of the Nike swoosh, which is dope to me because that's how powerful Nike is. They are able to cut their whole logo off a shoe and you still know what logo is there. Into the back heel of the shoe, we have red patent leather, and once again we have one last and final cut on the back heel, and that goes through the red patent leather of the shoe. Going into the tongue, we have SB and a Nike logo, and under the Nike logo it has Nike SB Forever. Now I'm assuming that this SB stands for Sandy Bodeckер, but initially Nike SB stands for skateboarding. So that basically sums up the entire upper of the shoe. Now on the insole, on the left shoe it has a picture of Sandy Bodecker holding a little child, and on the right shoe it has a picture of someone, I would assume that it's Sandy Bodecker's foot, inside the original cut up version of the Nike eBay dunk. We have blue SB and a blue Nike logo stitched on the heel tab, and that sums up the entirety of the shoe. So in the comment section below, you guys tell me what you guys think about these. Are they fire? Are they collector's pieces? If you plan on getting them. If it's an easy pass for you, I feel you. Trust me, this shoe is not it visually to me, but if you want to cop to wear, I want you to take two things into consideration. One, from what I see, this is not my personal pair, and of course it's a size 8, so I couldn't even try it on if I wanted to, but I'm real curious to know what this plastic would do. This part of the toe box is typically where the shoe bends. So over the course of time, I don't know how this plastic will hold up after so many folds from so many steps that you take. That's one thing to consider. The second thing to consider is that plastic TPU material on shoes, over the course of time, it never pans out to look good. It might be all yellow and dusty and dirty looking. Even though it could be clean as a whistle, it will still look dingy and dirty because of how long that the shoe's been out. So take that into mind when you're considering getting these. I love SBs, I'm a fan of SBs, but if I'm gonna cop an SB, I gotta cop an SB that I'm gonna put on my foot, and there's no way I would ever see myself wearing this whatsoever. I don't think the aftermarket price is very high at all, so if you're actually in pursuit, especially if you're a small size like 8, 8.5, 9, these are very obtainable. So I highly suggest, if you want them, go ahead and snatch them up now, because it's only a matter of time when it comes down to a shoe that has a storyline like this. If you enjoyed the content, please feel free to sub up to the channel. Once you sub up, be sure to hit that notification bell so that you can get notified whenever a video is uploaded. My name is Future22JS, and if you don't know, please know that there's no ceiling to your inner potential. This was my review of the Nike Dunk Low SB Sandy Bodecker, aka eBay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next video, and always remember that your fear ends when your faith begins. Peace.